Hey everyone, Pyson here, and as you can see, I have quite a lot of stuff. I've been piling up for months because, recently I've been uploading videos again, but before that I hadn't uploaded in like 5 months, about 5 or 6 months, and I hadn't done a pickups video or haul video in like 7, so so I'm gonna be going through everything that I've picked up, received from people and bought from like November 2023 all the way to last month, May 2024. Sit down because it's gonna be a long one. You don't even have to like listen to it to watch it. Just put it in the background or something. Just enjoy. This is gonna be a chill and just between us kind of thing. Now I'm gonna start with the games first, then I'm gonna go with the books, and lastly I'm gonna go over like the miscellaneous stuff that I've gotten here and there. And without further ado, let's go ahead and start. I'll go ahead and start by showing this red DS Lite, Crimson Red DS Lite that I got. I got it off Whatnot. I made a video about it. Did pretty well. I got 2 other games, which you'll see at some point here. I saved quite a lot of money on this, like, good chunk, because of like the deal that I had and the offer that the bidding that I ended up getting it for. So really cool. I used to have a DS Lite growing up, but I don't have it anymore. So really cool that I have a DS Lite again. I didn't come with the manual and inserts and stuff, so I needed to like buy a separate listing. I needed to like, it's sealed, but I needed to pretty much just get like a separate EA listing just to like get have the inserts and stuff. Here's the slide itself. Alright, starting off with the console. That's the only console that I've gotten in the past 7 months. Alright. Let's go over these. I'll go over the Nintendo stuff first. So let's start with the Super Nintendo games that I got, and it's kind of a rarity for me to get Super Nintendo games, as it's like, I think it's like the least amount of Nintendo games like in a console that I have. And the thing that comes closest is the Game Boy Color, but now thanks to these, now it's like surpassed the number of Game Boy Color games that I have. First, it's Super Golden Ghost. I got these off of a a nearby retro store near me, a 1UP Games, and they had a Black Friday last year, 2023. They had a buy 2 get one free, a $40 value and under. So I went ham, and you're gonna keep seeing those games throughout this haul. I got several. First one being Ghosts and Goblins for like $20. I love the Ghosts and Goblins series, but I think this is like the first Ghosts and Goblins that I actually own physically, so it's pretty cool. And Samurai Showdown. Really like this game and the series in general. The one thing I don't like is the stupid white flashes that happen when you attack, but it's cool to have nonetheless. Then we have Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I've always been interested in this title, and in the video that I'm gonna cover this haul in, I said that it was like a rebranded game, but it was wrong, and this is just a spin-off of Final Fantasy, and I was incorrect about that. And the last Super Nintendo game I got was Warriors Woods. I've been trying, believe me, for years to actually beat every single level of this on a Switch Online. I've just not been able to. Those later levels turn really brutal, but yeah, really cool that I actually own it physically. Alright. I'll leave the Switch ones for last. This is another one in that Black Friday Retro Store, Plant vs. Zombies DS. Now I've played this several times on the Vita, on the PC, on the DSi of all things, and now I have it for the DS, regular Nintendo DS. So yeah, you know, I think this is the actual first copy physically that I've held. There's Plants vs. Zombies, so that's neat. Put those like that here. Alright, so let's move on to the GameCube games that I got. First we have Evolution Worlds. This was, I got this alongside the DS Lite and whatnot, but this is a separate order. I used to have this game as a kid. I did not know what this was whatsoever. I didn't understand that it was like a series. That I didn't even understand that this was like a remake or a really enhanced port of 2 games. I did not know that, but yeah, I remember really enjoying this as a kid, even though I had no idea what in the world was going on. Now it comes. And the seller even gave us like a bunch of cool little stickers and stuff for, you know, it was like my first time buying off of whatnot, and they're really chill dudes. So Register Retro, it's like a dad and son duo selling video games. You guys should go check them out at whatnot. Register Retro is their name. Even the son drew me like a little Triforce and a little note. Thank you for your purchase, Register Retro. Really cute. So I'm keeping this here for, you know, just for memories. The other GameCube game I got, which is a part of that 1UP Games Black Friday sale, was Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. A game that I've always wanted on the GameCube, never grew up with it. Especially the reason why is because of the Game Boy Advance, you know, functionality link thing. I'm always interested in any game that has that kind of stuff, because I grew up on Four Swords Adventures, and it's unironically one of my favorite Zelda games. I know, hot take of the video, but yeah, it's honestly one of my favorite Zelda games. I enjoyed playing it with my brother, so any game that has like the functionality of that dual, you know, link Game Boy Advance stuff, I'll always get. So yeah, the past 7 months I got 2 GameCube games. I'm kind of lacking, especially because it's like my favorite console. But we have those 2 titles there. Next we're moving on to the Wii games here. These 2 I actually picked up in April this year. Pikmin 1 and 2 for the Wii, the new Play Control versions essentially. These are my least favorite versions of 1 and 2, because I do not like the Wii controls. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. And also the bugs that this one introduced really suck. And it's like new bugs, and existing bugs became even worse, which kind of makes it almost unplayable, but in my opinion. The second game doesn't have that much egregious stuff except the controller, and maybe like a few things here and there that's kind of awkward for me in terms of changes, but you know, still solid versions for you to play. I think in total I got these 2 off eBay for like $50. So they've really dropped in price, guys. Like, if you've always been wanting to get Pikmin, buy the Wii versions. They're like $20-30. You can get the first game on GameCube, I think, for like 40 or 50. Like, the values are dropping. So if you always were interested in buying Pikmin, yeah, I'm advertising it because it's my favorite series, but bias there. But yeah, it's gotten pretty cheap. I highly recommend you guys do it. This I got off of Goodwill. This is Wii Play. Now what's special about Wii Play? Goodwill in my area sells them for like $5. So, you know, Wii Play for $5, that's no big deal. It's what's inside. Yeah, you have your Wii Play right there, but you also have Wii Sports Resort. Not Resort, I'm sorry. The regular Wii Sports. So, whoever donated this to Goodwill decided to also donate Wii Sports. And I'm like, whoa, I get Wii Sports for free. Like, the game and its manual. When that apparently combined is almost like $30 and I get it for free. Fantastic addition to my collection. This is such a lucky find, guys. Like, if you're a reseller, I don't want you finding this kind of stuff because, you know, you're just gonna make an easy buck off of this stuff. But if you're a collector, this is a once-in-a-kind find. You guys have to look out for this kind of stuff. So I'm really happy to have them in my collection. Okay, so the last bit of Nintendo games will be the Switch, which will be, of course, the most stuff I buy, because it's the most I buy for now. Radiant Silvergun from Limited Run Games. This arrived pretty quickly, actually. I was surprised. But yeah, Radiant Silvergun, including its card there. This was a Saturn-only game in Japan, I think. So it's actually cool that it finally got released out of the Saturn void, and yeah, I have a physical of it now, so it's pretty cool. Castlevania Advanced Collection. Of course, I was gonna get this literally, and I got the Circle of the Moon cover because it's my favorite of the 3 advanced games. You know, Harmony of Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow, Circle of the Moon, and it does include Dracula X, but I don't know why. It's neat that they put that there, but still, out of the 3 GBA titles, Circle of the Moon is my favorite. So hey, I used to own it, but not anymore. So this is the closest that I can get to, you know, owning Circle of the Moon physically. And it's also cool to have the other games in there as well. This isn't like a strictly limited run release. It doesn't have like, it's numbered. It's not a numbered series, but it's the Neo Geo Pocket Collection Volume 1. I want Volume 2, but I'm not gonna pay $60 for it. I paid maybe like $30 or $40 for this one. That's fine. That's like my absolute limit. But you know, I now have some Neo Geo Pocket Color games physically, which is cool. You know, physically. Here's another one that's not like a limited numbered run game. It's the Rumblefish 2. It's like a fighting game. It looks pretty cool. Just wanted to buy it. That's about it. Now we're back to an actual limited run release. It's Komajo Remilia Scarlet Symphony, a Toho Project fan game. So as you can probably tell, the art style, this is like a Igavania style Toho fan game. It sounds rad. It looks rad. And they even released a second one, which at some point it probably will also get a limited run, you know, Western release. And I'll definitely pick that up as well. You know, anything Castlevania-esque is a plus in my book. Yeah, Pikmin 1 plus 2 on the Switch. I got this as a gift for, you know, doing some chores here and there, you know, hopping around the house and stuff. And with those two Wii versions of 1 and 2, which I used to have Pikmin 1 Wii version as a child, but not 2. This the Wii version of 2. But anyway, I think the best way to play 1, I'll even probably make a video about this, but the best version to play 1 is a Switch version. I still prefer the GameCube version of 2, but this is really close. Better than the Wii version of 2. But yeah, with this and those 2 Wii versions, I have now completed my whole Pikmin game series. I have like every game in the series and every version. So I actually made a video about that if you want to watch it. And I've uploaded it recently. I'll go ahead and like leave any videos that I mention and like that are upcoming in the future and not, I'll like put the cards in the top left and also like links in the description. I'll keep updating the videos. I release the videos. Now we're back to that 1UP Games Black Friday deal. With this one, we have Dragon Ball FighterZ. I don't know if it's Fighter Z, Dragon Ball Fighter. I would just say Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Back in like September or so, they had a limited full trial for the game on the Switch. I played through the story mode and it was dreadful. I never want to do the story mode again. It sucks. But the gameplay is top notch. Like, this is very tight. It looks beautiful. The animations, the fan service in this game, fantastic game. I'm glad to like have been able to buy it after that trial, thanks to that deal. Now these are like gifts that I got during Black Friday because my birthday lands literally always on Black Friday week, so it's always like a double whammy for me. I'm pretty lucky that way. But The ones I got off GameStop as gifts because of Black Friday are these two: Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze and Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Now, I don't own the original of this, and I've never played the game, so it's actually really cool that a 2023 release, like more than like a bit over half a year later, already in Black Friday for half off. Of course, I had to suggest to get that. Then there's the Tropical Freeze. I do actually own the Wii U version of this. I haven't played it because I'm trying to get through Returns. I'm gonna get through Returns first, then play Tropical Freeze. But again, this game, the minimum it ever did and going on sale is like 40, 45. So it going to 30 for Black Friday was huge. I needed to get it, and they, Now these are Amazon gifts that I got during Black Friday. It's Sonic Frontiers and Super Bomberman R2. I actually have the first Bomberman R. Never played it. Sorry. And Sonic Frontiers, I'm waiting to play more Sonic games before I get to this one. So they're both sealed for now, but for this literally releasing a couple months prior to it being Black Friday, already at $20, really sad. This game probably flopped pretty hard, but I'm glad to have it because I like Bomberman. Sonic Frontiers did really well, so getting it at a decent price, or at least the person who got it for me paid a decent price for it. Yeah, those are Switch releases, quite a lot of them. As I said, I'm going to put this over here. Alright, now for the... Alright, now for the non-Nintendo games. First, it's this, another one from that 1UP's Black Friday Black Friday deal is The Legend of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse. This is in that like Island of Illusion series that's like pretty popular in the Genesis, Game Gear, and Master System. This is like one of the Game Gear titles. I think this was the priciest one out of the bunch in that deal for me to get. Then a bunch of games. I'm gonna go through some games that I got off Goodwill here. It's a Midnight Club, complete edition, Los Angeles complete edition. It's greatest hits because it's like an after, after the initial release. It has like all the content in there, so it's the one exception that I make for complete for greatest hits, because otherwise I would not have gotten this. Then there's the Ultra Rapture Edition BioShock, which includes the first two games and over $40 worth of content, and it's all in the disc. It's like the full game, add-on content packs, Plasmids pack, challenge rooms pack, and the bonus museum level. Second game, a whole bunch of other content as well, which is really neat. And there's even some infinite stickers in there. You can see from here, infinite sticker. It's really neat. I've only ever played the first BioShock, but I thought it was peak. Honestly, it's one of my favorite first-person games. Honestly, it was phenomenal. That was back in the 360 when I was a child, though. So I think it's long overdue for me to do a replay. And I'm actually great that I got some PS3 games, because it's severely lacking my PS3 collection. So that's cool that I got some. Now to go back a gen, talk about some PlayStation 2 games. So I got Virtua Fighter 4. I'm so sorry. There's not a 7. Virtua Fighter 4 for the PlayStation 2, which is what I got alongside that Evolution Worlds for GameCube and the Nintendo DS Lite. It has some water damage. I don't know if you could tell, or the plastic is just really creased and it looks kind of bad. But it was pretty much free with the deal that I applied, the coupon that I had. It's whatever. I like Virtual Fighter, so it's neat to have that. And then the next title, I think this is like the last one that I got from that 1UP Games 2-for-1 deal. is Soul Calibur 3. I'm actually on the mission to get every game. I don't know if I want to get every version, but I'm kinda already heading in that direction since I got both versions of 5. But I'm trying to at least get every game in this series. Now I'm just missing 1, Broken Destinies, if that's what it's called, on the PSP, and 6. I know they're not going to release a complete edition of 6, so I might as well just get the base version. But yeah, now I have 3. Still kind of dumb that it's a PlayStation 2 exclusive. I think it honestly kind of killed the series. And then the last 2 PS2 games that I got, and this was like during a library book sale of all places to get these, but I got Final Fantasy X and X-2. And the cool thing about this is that they were only like $2 each. Like I saved quite a bit with these. And the cool thing about 10 is that it has like an actual, official 8 megabyte memory card. So I'd like to make a video maybe of I'd like to make a video one day, like going through all like the memory cards that I found like in lots or thrifting, and just see like what kind of files are on there, right? It'd be pretty fun. Yeah, those are the PlayStation 2 games. And then the rest are just gonna be Xbox and Xbox 360. First, it's the Xbox, original Xbox games. We have The Hobbit, and this is a childhood game of mine. It was my grandpa's, and I played it all the time. It was really fun, and it made me really like this verse quite a lot. So I'm glad. I do have the GBA version, but it's the GBA version, guys. So I'm actually glad that I have like the one that I actually played as a child. The version that I played as a child, it's really nice, and it was only $5. So why not? Thrift stores. You gotta go to your thrift stores. You're gonna be able to find some good deals sometimes. Like this one, Spyro: The Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning. Now I played through the first game finally for the first time recently. Great game. I really liked it. I think I have the second and third game physically. So now this is like my third owned Spyro game, and I think this is apparently worth like $20-25, and I only paid $5 for it, so I saved quite a bit of money there. And last but not least, it's Hitman Blood Bunny. I always hear mixed things about this game. I've never played a Hitman game in my life, but hey, why not start collecting it to at some point play, right? Yeah, got that off of a Goodwill. So those are the original Xbox games right there. And then here comes the 360 games. These first 3 are more for my brother. I bought it for him, but they're mine too. First, it's Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. And again, I got these all off of Goodwill. Command & Conquer 3 King's Wrath. Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars. Then there's Dynasty Warriors 6 Empires. I guess this is the first Dynasty Warriors game I've ever owned. Really cool to finally have one of these in a collection. And Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I already have Skyrim on PC, like an actual original PC version on Windows. It was really cool to have 4. Now I need to get 3, and there probably isn't like a cheap version of 1 and 2, right? I would think not, but yeah, those are the 360 games. So yeah, those are the games. I got quite a lot of them. Of course, as you can tell, the majority are Nintendo. The most I got was the Switch. But I'm trying to expand my collection with some PlayStation 3, more PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, even Game Gear, which I actually don't have that many of. It might be like my lowest count owned number of games for a console. But yeah, those are the games, and now I'm gonna go ahead and move this stuff out of the way to make way for the books. Very good amount of games, honestly, that I've gone the past 6-7 months. I bought a bunch of good stuff, or received a bunch of good stuff as well. Now for the books. So this first one, I already made a video for. I have a video ready. I don't know if I'll release it before or after this, but it's the Impact of Iwata, released by Nintendo Force, made by Lucas and Thomas. This was a Kickstarter project by Nintendo Force, which is the spiritual successor to Nintendo Power, a magazine that was very prominent in North America. That, you know, it was just a magazine for Nintendo, and it was really popular up until it went all the way up until 2012, before they, you know, shut down, and then some of its people went over to make Nintendo Force, which is like a bi-monthly magazine instead. And they made this book basically like a bibliography of just everything about Satoru Iwata, you know, God bless his soul. He was the late president of Nintendo that died back in 2015 after a battle with cancer. Such a huge impact that he had. So really neat. If this ever, I don't know, I think they said that this was going to become commercially viable. So if it does, and when it does, highly recommend for you guys to check it out, and check out the video that I made about it as well. Alright, so let's talk some light novels that I got. The first, Michiko Tensei, very popular isekai that's being talked about, very controversial as well. I was not expecting the books to be this small in size. Usually light novels are like twice as tall, so very neat. I got this for like only $4 off Second and Charles. Same thing with this one. Bottom tier character Tomozaki. Initially not something I was really interested in, because I kind of found some of the dialogue cringe. But you know what? $4 for a light novel, why not? I was doing a favor for a friend with both of these. I was doing kind of a favor for a friend to get these. Then the last light novel is Danmachi, or Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon on the Side? Sword Oratoria 2. This is volume 2. I have a couple volumes of the original series. Like I think I have volume 2 and 4. 2, 3, and 4, I think. So yeah, I'm glad to start getting as the spin-off as well. And I got these like at a bunch of bookstores. I also made a video about that. I'll link it in the description. I just basically went on a spending spree one day, getting a bunch of books and stuff. And then one of the regular books I got is a Robotech book, which is actually a combination of 3 novels in one. Really cool. It's a combination of Invid Invasion, Metamorphosis, and Symphony of Light. Those are the 3 novels. Don't know much about Robotech, but hey, it was only like 50 cents. I couldn't pass that up. And we have this Super Mario picture book that was given to me. It's like one of those golden books. It's like a very popular thing, as you can see here. It just basically, it's like a very simple story that just uses like the very typical art you would see on like every plastered advertisement. And just them standing there with those same poses. It's very cute though. That's a nice piece for my collection. These were also gifted to me, volume 3 and 8 of Bone. Childhood series of mine. I never finished it, and I'm gonna try to get the whole series and then finally do that from the beginning. Really recommend this series. It's a fantastic graphic novel series. I highly recommend it. And lastly, when it comes to these books, it is The Faceless Ghost and the Other Macabre Tales from Japan. The reason why I picked this up is because it was it was illustrated by a manga artist, which is really cool. He's also contributed to some series called Buskers, Yakuza Moon, Demon's Sermon, On the Martial Arts, Musashi. So she has quite a bit of a repertoire. And Sean Michael Wilson as well. So I found that combination really neat. I actually only paid like 30 cents for this because Goodwill, and it was the color of the week. So really neat to get that as cheap as it was. Alright, so those are like books, light novels, and that kind of stuff. Now to get to the manga side of things, we have these three. So my mom went on a school-related trip overseas to Europe, and she hit up a bookstore in Spain. So she was video timing me, and she was showing me like this huge wall of manga, and I was like, oh my god, I wonder if there's like stuff that was only over there but that never got localized over here in North America. And I was right. Super Dragon Ball Heroes Volume 1, Mission Big Bang, the mission, Big Bang mission. This is, you know, that card game that's really popular, Super Dragon Ball Heroes. It has like a show adaptation and everything. Really cool to have this, and plus I read Spanish, so I actually can understand the text. So I can actually read this. I'm gonna try to import this whole series now, because it's really cool to actually have like a series that wasn't brought over here but elsewhere. Same thing with Dragon Ball SD. This is basically, SD stands for Super Deformed. It's like chibi style, as you can tell from the cover. It's basically a retelling of, and it's in full color too. These both, oh okay, well, Super Dragon Ball Heroes is in color, but SD actually is. It's in full color. And it's basically a very goofy retelling of Dragon Ball, but just with chibi characters instead. And then lastly, we have Doraemon Volume 1. This, I don't think, was ever brought over here to the North America. So when I saw this on the shelf, I'm like, I have to own at least one volume of Doraemon, and one that I can actually read. Like, it's really cool to actually be able to read this. El teléfono de hilo sin hilo. So yeah, really cool. So these are like my foreign manga right here. 2 Dragon Balls and a Doraemon. Then we have some more thrifting books here. We have Ponyo Volume 2. This is more of like a kind of like getting anime cutscenes and formatting it in like a manga style setup. It's neat, and I want to get the rest of these. And these are all like new series in my collection. I forget that I have to say that. Kaiju number 8, Volume 1. I got off Google for less than $1. Really neat. Another new series in my collection. I've heard such great things about this. Not so much about the anime. So now that I have Volume 1, might as well start collecting it and reading it, right? Then we have 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, Volume 6. This is wrapped because it is a bit suggestive, but it's probably my favorite. I know I bring this up every time that I have a volume of this series, but yeah, it's probably my favorite harem, top 10 manga series of all time, flat out. Absolutely a joy to read. Volume 2 of Promised Neverland, always a treat to have one of those. It's also a very favorite series of mine. Now, this is Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Adventure Volume 6. I already had this. This is in that library sale that I mentioned earlier, but I was so certain that there was probably a volume that I had. I got this, and I'm like, oh, I do. So now I have a repeat of this. Well, that's neat. Yokai Watch 2. Yokai Watch Volume 2, I mean. This is a new series in my collection. I do have a couple of the games, so I probably want to play those first before I start reading the manga, but really neat that I found that. These couple ones that I've been showing you are like pretty cheap, like pretty much all of these books, these manga that I've been showing you have like dirt cheap. This is Animal Academy Volume 1. And don't know what this is, never heard about it, but it was super cheap, so I picked it up. You know, new series to my collection, why not? Then we have some stuff that I picked up off Second and Charles. We have Boruto, Naruto Next Generations Volumes 10. It's like $5, so why not? I do like Boruto, okay? Just not that much. There's Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest Volume 9. This is like $6.50, so why not? I actually really do love Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, probably more so than the original series. Then we have a triple whammy here. We have 3 volumes of Showbits. We have Volume 6, Volume 1, and Volume 5. So that's 3 volumes of Showbits, and I'm almost done collecting this series. I'm hoping this year I'm finally able to complete the set. And of course, some more Fairy Tale. We have Volume 9 and 30. I've been trying to close on that volume gap with these earlier volumes. There's a new series to my collection called Dinosaur Hour. I used to see this as a kid all the time in the racks at libraries, but always thought it looked a little weird. So I'm like, hey, I remember this as a childhood memory, so I went ahead and got it at some thrift store. Some even more Fairy Tale. We have Volume 6 and 8. These are pretty cheap, like $5.50 each, and they're in pristine condition too. Gotta split this up, covering my view. You have Excel Saga Volume 1. Always heard great things about this one. Another new series in my collection. Only $5. Same thing with this, Suikoden 3, The Successor of Fate Volume 1. Another new series in my collection. This is based off of the 3rd game of Suikoden, obviously. I've never played any Suikoden game, but you know me, I like getting random weird manga, so. Attack on Titan Volume 26. This is only $5, so why not? These are all these couple ones right here have been like in the same bookstore that I went to. And then lastly, the last manga is No Gunslide Volume 1. I got this, I think it was this was given to me by my sister. It was like $2 out of Goodwill. I really loved this show. It was a great show. I'd say like a solid 8 out of 10 show. Really underrated. So now that I have the first volume of the manga, I might as well start getting it. But yeah, that's the manga that I got, all the books and games. So what's left? All the miscellaneous stuff that I haven't shown yet. Starting.
Okay, so funny thing, I literally uploaded this video without including this CRT that I had gotten for my birthday in November. It was like a huge deal. Like, I finally got a CRT back in my home. Here are some of my consoles that I've hooked up to it. It's an Akai 32-inch pure flat CRT TV, and it's really great. I love it. You can't really pick up on the colors well here, as you can see, because modern cameras, they have a hard time with the strobe lights inside, but yeah, I made a whole video about this. I really blew up last year. Got a lot of views, and I'll link that in the description as well if you want to watch that. But yeah, I feel really embarrassed that I completely forgot to include this section of me talking about the CRT as well, because it was a big important part of my my haul. So back to the video.
I haven't shown yet. Starting with this NES rug, NES controller rug that was given to me. Doormat, it's a doormat. So really neat. It's very prickly and hard, which I guess is good, but kind of annoying at the same time. So that's really neat. There's this retro gamer magazine. It's like a 20th anniversary edition. I haven't opened it yet, but never heard of this magazine until now. I'm gonna try looking into retro gamer. It might be my kind of thing. It's, I love retro gaming, so that's a neat little magazine there. This is a bit random. So this is a food bowl from Kung Fu Panda 4. Comes with little figurines of some of the characters that you attach to the bowl so they can watch you eat. This is if you buy the specific popcorn bowl when it was in theaters, and I went to watch it in theaters. And yes, I love the movie. I know that's a hot take. People think it's garbage. I do like it, but it was really cool, you know, watching the movie while having these three, you know, kind of watch over my food, my popcorn. It's cute. It's really cute. I honestly really like that display. These Sonic slippers, I guess it's like one for me, one for my brother, were given to me. Really cute. I love these, but they look so precious. I don't want to ruin them, but they're really cute. There's this Crash controller holder for Christmas that I got. I have a bunch of these now. I have a Sonic one. I have a Banjo one. Two of them, in fact, which I need to get rid of one. Banjo one, Sonic one, Crash one, and a Mario one. So I do have several of them. But it's still really cool. I like this Crash one. I need to keep getting more of these controller holders. Something was given to me with like these Pac-Man men's boxer briefs. I just really like the box, honestly. It's cute, so whatever. Just wanted to show that. And I just find these too silly not to bring them up. I got these Heinz ketchup socks. Really random, but it's cute. Now this is another pair of men's boxers, but instead it's like a coin block. Really cute. I actually want to keep this coin block and like use it to store some things. Really cool. Another Christmas gift I got was this robot white Xbox controller. This is like mostly like for Series X and stuff like that. I use it for my Steam Deck. That's really neat. There's this Hunter desk mat, which is really cool. Let's see. There's these string lights for Pac-Man and Super Mario Bros. That I got. Really neat. I'm hanging up the Pac-Man ones, but I still haven't put up the Mario ones yet. Let's see what else is left. These two things I got off of Goodwill at some point, I think last year, in November or December. It's a Beyblade DVD. I like collecting anime DVDs and VHSs. It's just one of my hobbies. And the first season of Breaking Bad, a show that I really want to watch. And now the first season, which is really neat. This one. These Mario Christmas ornaments, really cute. I'm gonna have to wait like another half year before I can use those. This Super Mario warp pipe pen and plant pot, really cute. Honestly, if I got like a cleaned up desk area, I would definitely place this down. These PlayStation playing cards, very cute. I think they were from 5 and Below. They were like $3. Really cute. This Seinfeld magnet. It's a reference to Kramer in the show with his license plate. Very funny magnet that I got. And then the last thing is this. So Walmart has, if you didn't know, Walmart actually has a gaming magazine called Game Center, free every month. I got their November 2023 issue, where they talk about Tomorrow's Wonder and stuff. Very odd that they have just a free gaming magazine for people to pick up. It's very basic. It's nothing like too deep. It's just like run-of-the-mill coverage of stuff, some previews, and like some basic reviews and stuff, and that's about it. But it's still cool. I think I have like one or two more of these. So it's always neat whenever I like go into a Walmart and have them. So, yeah, it's quite a lot of stuff. And it's been 7 months since I haven't posted a pickups video, and I was busy spending during those 7 months, as you can see. Games galore, deals, memorabilia, merchandise, DVDs, magazines, like shoes or flip-flops, rugs, anything you can possibly think of. I picked up clothing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. If you watched it all the way through, thank you quite a lot for enduring that. And I'll just go ahead and give like a quick pan view as I like dismiss and stuff.
Alright, so I'll just fly around, just showing you like an overview as I like wrap up. So yeah, as you can see, yeah, I got quite a lot of stuff everywhere. But hey, that's what happens when you accumulate, 7 months worth of stuff. Now I finally can put all this stuff away. They've just been like in bins, on top of desks and drawers and stuff, and I can finally put all this stuff away. Yep. So if you, again, like I said before, if you manage to stay long enough to actually watch the full thing, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you could, like and subscribe, it'd mean the world to me. At least just a like would go a long way. And if you want to see, again, individual videos of some of this stuff, like some of the stuff I've already recorded, if not already uploaded before this video, I'll just have all the links in the description, the cards, while the videos running are updated as it goes. So anyway, that was it. That was my haul from November 2023 to May 2024. I hope you enjoyed that, because I sure did, almost spending an hour doing this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.